Welcome everyone, this is DrDepper LP, and today I'm bringing y'all another Minecraft Let's Play. I did not start out recording where I wanted to be, as in, what area I wanted to be, so let's go ahead and walk down to the spider farm. That's where I wanted to go today. I set up it a new way, but this time, instead of the way it was set up last time, it's actually set up to where a cactus kills them. And I actually did some testing with it before, well, for about maybe 10 minutes I AFK'd, and I got a good about a stack of string. The spider eyes that are in there, ignore them. That happened while I was setting it up. But anyways, so it's not fully set up or anything like that yet. I don't have a building around us. Basically, you stand here. Don't kill yourself. And wait for it. I should be. Yes, I am. Just stand here. Why do I keep on hitting myself on the cactus? Come on. There we go. As you can hear, the spider drops. And now the spider gets killed by the cactus. Now if we look in there, there's 6 string. As soon as the spider dies, there's 8 string. So you can see it does work. And so now I have an active spider farm. Of course, that it's only active for AFKing, but still it works. Now today I want to work on an old project that I worked on a very long time ago. Now this project is how do I put this? I worked on it a long time ago. It was actually my first project. I always go the wrong way every time. But anyways, it was my first project I started in this series. I began to dislike the whole project just because it did not look very good, and I decided, I need to have a better project than this. This is way too hard of a project for as good as a builder as I was then. I've gotten a lot better at building throughout this whole series. As you can tell, I am lost. As you can tell, I'm lost. But anyways, if I can find the area that I was in. Okay, it's this way. Well, why don't we just pull up the coordinates? Okay. It's this way. Yes. Alright, so let's keep on talking as we're walking. And so today, I am going to show a little bit of tearing out all the houses that I want to be torn out, and stuff like that. Continue on with how I visioned my project to be. But back then, whenever I started, I wasn't very good at putting my ideas into Minecraft. I've never been very good at putting my ideas onto paper, just because I get fed up with, as in, like, you know, I'm quite good at typing commentaries and stories and stuff like that. Once I get into the groove, I can just type all day. I can type probably a good couple of pages within about an hour, and then, you know, I'd have to go over and revise it. But I would say, I don't know about any other people, but I would say I am quite good at wording stories and stuff like that if I have the time to just sit down with pen and paper. Why is this guy out of the farm? You die. Oh, my voice, I feel like my voice is very low. If y'all cannot tell, I'm in a new house. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in past videos, but I moved. That's why my video production went down for a short amount of time, like majorly, like 1 video a week. But I never mentioned that, and you all never seem to fuss about the lack of videos. So, I mean, I only have 25 subscribers also, so it's not like stuff like that is a big deal. It's only in the new update. Never mind. I was going to try to see if it worked still. Well, if it we're in the 1.4.5. The heck? So let's go ahead and sleep as I'm still talking. So many distractions keep on distracting me from what I was talking about. So I was talking about, what was I talking about? Lack of video production. I know that for sure, but what was the subject before I got off subject again about video production? Hey, this is a great time to test to see if where other places I need my string. There we go. I'm off subject and I forgot what I was talking about. I need to write down what I go to talk about before I start recording so that whenever I do get off subject, I can just go, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, and just keep on talking. Talking away, talking. Talking away, talking? That don't make sense. There's a creeper in there. There's 2 creepers in there. There's 3 creepers. What the heck? There's 4 creepers. 4 creepers in a row. That's crazy. 5 creepers in a row. That is awesome. You had to ruin it, zombie. Alright. Anyways, let's stop getting sidetracked. So, oh yeah, I remember what I was talking about. So, as you can see, now that we're here, these are newer projects. And as you can see, this is the newest one. Has a whole lot of detail, very cram-packed into a small area, but still great amount of details. This is an awesome tunnel, and it goes straight from above ground to underground, and I love the way I did the transition. That's why I did this transition. And then to keep with the cold feel of the snow, I decided to keep the wood and make it lit up with some hidden bush lights, but make it around the wood so that it looks about natural. I could do a better job with this. I just didn't have the other types of leaves at the moment, and I do not plan on spending any other time trying to fix this. Now, I do really like this build. This is my newest project, of course, and I spent quite some time in creative mode trying to set it up, and just made it a very nice build. I really like this build. Now, this is the second newest one. This is the one I did right before this one. I set it up in creative mode. The way I wanted this building worked out. I'm still working on this whole area. I have a plan for right here that I'm going to do until I get this whole farm set up, the redstone set up and everything. I do not want to work on here because this all is going to be torn out. I do not want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen any of my videos where I'm in my creative test world showing you all what this is going to be. For you all who don't like watching creative mode, just like skip the video to when I'm back in here. But also, this was the project that I did right after this one. So as you can see, my builds just keep getting better and better. This is a nice little living room. I could do better, but of course, if I wanted to do better, I'd have to tear all this out and redesign it. I really like this staircase, but I don't like how it transitions from dark to the light, and I have nothing separating this. I also don't like the underside of that. I could do probably a better job. I also do not like this side wall at all. But these are things that you figure out as you go. Aw, I broke string. I didn't realize there was string there. But anyways, off subject. Just place it down randomly. I will never see that string again. But also, there's certain things like, see that lawn? It goes very well. Like, the color of that lawn goes very well with the rest of the builds. And I felt a regular grass went very poorly with these builds. Just the color scheme was off. I didn't like any of it. So I decided to take that out. And also I needed lighting during the night. So I had to add something to spruce it up a little bit. Spruce it up. That's spruce wood. But to, I guess I could say, liven it up a little bit, make it seem a little bit more realistic. But you know how a realistic city is. I don't know what a realistic city is. I don't even live in a city. But I've always done builds with roads. What I need to do is tear all this out and redesign it to where I would like it, because as I said, this was built around that house and that house. And at the time, I thought, ooh, this looks cool. And then as I move on, I make more projects. I get better at building, as you can see this thing. And then this thing, which has even much better shape. It's still kind of a square. I need to get over that. But that's just things that come along as you build more and more. As you can see, both of these have flat roofs. I do not like that. I want to fix that. I'm not going to tear this out because this actually has a really good angle the way all these have flat roofs. It makes it look like a makes it look nice. And then we have this thing over here, which is in the background but still adds a lot. Like whenever you're in a creative mode, you still get a lot. But I'm just rambling here. I've been rambling on for about 15 minutes, so let's start with working on projects. So I'm going to cut because I've already wasted 15 minutes just talking to you all. I know most of the time when I watch a video, I just click on the video, and most of the time I find a very entertaining video like Good and B00, the OOG, where they are, well, a lot of the times they record whenever they're drunk, so they're just hilarious whenever they're talking. But anyways, I try to make my commentary full as can be. So let's go ahead and start tearing down this stuff. I will leave the glass until I bring a silk touch pick over here. Actually, I brought a silk touch pick with me. Awesome. See, I thought ahead. Y'all didn't. Y'all don't need to think ahead anyways. Just click on the video and sit back. That's what I always do. Either that or I'll click on a video. Most of the time, if I'm not watching Double OG or something like that, I'll click on one of the Rooster Teeth podcasts, and I'll watch that. Well, I'll listen to that because that's one of those things that you can just sit back, listen to, and you don't have to ever so often see what they're talking about and click on the video. So I've been talking for 15 minutes straight. I'm starting to lose my voice because I normally don't fill my commentary with this much talking, and whenever I do, it's just like, my voice. But anyways, I'm going to cut here. I'm going to start tearing down some of these houses. I've wasted enough time this episode already, so I'm not going to make any montage. I actually do quite enjoy editing montages together, but it's just not one of those episodes where I have the time in the episode to include a montage. As you can tell, my voice is starting to get really low and raspy, so yeah, I'm going to stop talking, and I'll see y'all in just a second. So I got a drink of water. Now my voice is less raspy, so I'm going to keep on commentating, and basically, this episode, I was not trying to do a cut or anything like that. I was just wanting to continue talking and stuff like that, but because my voice I started losing my voice, mainly because I'm starting to get sick, but that's not important. What is important is that I have water right next to me, and I can keep on talking. So, I was talking, well, I actually finished what I was talking about, so let's try to think of a new subject to talk about. Uh, I guess a good subject to talk about is actually my first game that I ever played. I do not exactly remember the first game I ever played, but I do remember basically what console, the general idea of my favorite games at the time. Now, whenever I was younger, probably about, I believe, maybe 6, about the general vicinity of gaming I did as a kid. I was not allowed to play any more than an hour, so I really didn't do much gaming as a younger kid. I really did like games though, and I'd always try to get friends to come over because my parents were more lenient. If y'all know what that word means, I hope my audience is old enough to know a lot of the words I use. But anyways, they were more lenient whenever I had friends come over or when I went to friends' houses. So when I'd go over to a friend's house, we would literally play video games all day. I My first games that I really enjoyed were, I believe, I don't really know. I think it was Ultimate Alliance, just Ultimate Alliance 1. And that was like my favorite game ever. No. No, I know what the first game I had, well, like, not the first game I had, but one of my favorite games as a young, like, as in 8 or 9. Well, no, not 8 or, yeah, about 8 or 9. I don't really remember what games I played back as, like, 5 or 6. But, 8 or 9, my favorite game at the time was this game called Sonic Collection, or Ultimate Collection or something like that. And it was basically a collection of all the Sonic games, well, all the very old Sonic games, like the first Sonic games out there. And you know, Sonic hadn't been, well, Sonic, I don't really know how long it had been out there, but I know Sonic is not nearly as popular as it was back then. But Sonic was like my favorite game. It was my favorite show. I would literally get up at 6 o'clock in the morning every Saturday to watch the show. That's how dedicated I was to that show, to watching that show. It was my favorite, literally my favorite show at the time. It was my favorite game, just my favorite everything. So basically, after that, you know, I played a bunch of, I didn't really have a lot of games at the time. Every time I always wanted games, but I've always been the kind of person that I'll look at games and I'll be like, I want this game, and then I don't buy it because I'm too, like, too strict about myself with my money. I've always been a very good at saving money. I know it's very good to do that. So back then I only had like maybe 5 or 6 games and stuff like Ultimate Alliance and stuff like that. And whenever I'd have friends come over, we would play it so much that we would have headaches and everything, and we would just keep on playing it just because I was like level 50 or something with Wolverine. That just goes to show you how much I used to play that game. Like, that game, it took a lot to level up. Like, once you got to level 30, it was basically like getting to about level, like right now in Minecraft, level 100 or something like that. Oh, I like this house. I forgot. I forgot I locked this house. But I do need to change this house, though. It's not the best. So let's go ahead and take out the roof and stuff like that. But basically, yeah, those were the kind of games I liked as a kid. Those were my first games. So yeah, what actually made me start talking about that subject is the factor of I was watching Brycei a couple of minutes ago. Brycei is not a very popular YouTuber. Most of you all probably have not heard of him. And if you have seen any of his videos and you just don't remember, he calls himself Brycei the Machinima song guy. Well, the Machinima game song guy. He makes songs of games. He also does a couple of commentaries and stuff like that, which is really cool. The heck? Told you. So anyways, I've rambled on for about 40 minutes now, so I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.